The last thing we do to complete our Adobe Premiere project is we have to export it. Remember that this at the moment is just a project file. It won't play on a video player. We have to put it into a format that will allow it to be recorded onto a DVD player or as a file on your computer. So we've finished our file there, and it's very important that if you can see here along the scrub line, that's where my video ends. But my sound goes on a bit further, and as you can see here we've got keyframes at the minute that go all the way to the end of the sound. Now it might be that you don't want that you want to cut it off just at the end of the video. So you can alter the duration of the video to this little slide thing, or you might want it to go all the way. What we do to export is, first of all, we always save the project. And second, we press File, Export, Export Movie. Now, there are other options here. You can export it to a tape. You can export it to a program called Adobe Encore, which allows you to write it directly to a CD or a DVD. I tend to export them as a movie first because it's just easier to have the file there. You can also do Adobe Media Encoder, for instance, if you wanted to put this directly onto the web, but I prefer to use other programs to do that. So I'm going to go Export Movie. You need to stipulate where you're going to save this. So let's save this into my videos, and I'm going to call this tutorial. And we next need to go into the settings here. Now the settings tell you first of all what type of file it's going to be. An AVI file here allows you to play it in virtually all computers. QuickTime is a Mac file, so that would also allow you to play it on most Mac computers and indeed Windows computers. Once we start getting down here to animated GIFs, to film strips, then machines will start getting picky. So we'll stick with AVI. Now, do we want to do the entire sequence? Remember I was showing you the sequence ranger there. Or just the work bar area. Now the work bar area is just this area. So if I'd moved this, that would be the work bar area and it'd be shorter. As it is, I'm going to export the entire sequence. To compile settings, you don't really need to use that, so don't worry about it. You can check these, but they should automatically be correct. DVPAL, you selected that right at the start of your project. That's correct, and all these settings are correct. The keyframe and rendering, again, most of these settings should be correct. You don't need to do anything about them. Same with the audio. So we press OK, and then save, and it gets on with it, and it will take a while to render this. But once it's done, you should be able to see the file in the folder which you stipulated, and that will be your finished file. And that is all you've got to do.